Have a cowbell. Someone just donated $1,000. Thank you to whomever that was who called in the Seaside Claim Services call center. 855-916-9500. At the end of the day, it takes money, but when a kid and the family gets the cancer diagnosis, there's so much care that surrounds the family, and the Child Cancer Fund provides financial support service to the families in so many different ways. But when they're in clinic as well, there are social workers who work directly with the children and with the families. Two of them are with us, Pamela Bowers and Kristin Saunders. I think you've been with Care-a-thon for at least 5 or 6 years by now, right? This is like old hat. It's like a family reunion again,
Yes,
isn't
we're
it?
happy to be back.
Thank you for doing it. What do you think of our setup here in the Fair and
This
Fair
is
Performance
amazing.
Studio?
A very impressive setup. We love being here, so thank you for having us.
Awesome. When a family comes in, what sort of work are you doing with the family and especially the kiddo?
Yeah, so our role as clinical social workers on the medical team is to help provide additional emotional support to families with recognition that obviously when a kiddo is going through a health crisis, it impacts not only that child, but the entire family unit. So we're there to provide emotional support to the child and the whole family as a unit, as well as all of those other psychosocial parts of life that are impacted from an acute medical illness in the family.
So you both work for Nemours, and so you're covered, but what are the things that Child Cancer Fund and donations ultimately is covering that you can put to use to help the families?
So the things that they help with are obviously when a child is diagnosed with cancer, a lot of times the parents either have to stop working or work a lot less hours, and so their income is less while they still have increased expenses, whether it's from medical bills, traveling to and from appointments, just other expenses related to treatment. And so the assistance that's available is to help with household bills, gas and grocery cards, just to make sure that families don't lose their housing, that they don't lose their electricity, that they can keep their phones on.
Cheer that on. That's another donation. We love that. You're meeting parents who probably are single income during the fight in many, many cases, and I know that they've hit rock bottom. What stories do you hear about? Does everything stop for them? Are they sharing with you and opening up that they have had to fall behind on the normal life stuff, including bills and other things?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The reality is that life keeps going. It keeps marching along, even though you've had this catastrophic, huge, for a lot of times for our families, it's the biggest thing and most stressful thing they've ever gone through. But while they're having to handle that, in addition to the medical care demands and just the emotional demands of processing your child's life being at risk, the rest of life keeps marching on. And I think that one of the things that is, what we really try to encourage families is for a lot of families, it's really vulnerable to go through this experience, but then on top of that, to be willing to share other parts of your life. For most families, to turn to an organization to request assistance with household bills is incredibly foreign. It's not a situation that most families would ever envision themselves to be in. They're used to kind of managing their own lives. And so to be put in that spot, but be able to have an organization like the Child Cancer Fund to turn to is amazing.
It takes you helping these families, and it takes money. The care that you all are providing is immeasurable, but at the end of the day, there's some tangible needs that can be met. And unfortunately, they have to be met year after year after year. We keep coming back every year for the Care-a-thon, now in our 12th year. Sadly, because more kids are getting diagnosed, more families are in need of help. And no matter what you feel about the economy, things cost more in so many different ways. So at the end of the day, it is going to take money. It takes you stepping up to help, and it takes you calling now at 855-916-9500, and know that that donation can be put to use as early as tomorrow for families, right?
Absolutely. Yep, the families can submit assistance requests, and then we send them to the Child Cancer Fund, and they process them as quickly as they can to help make sure that bills are paid on time and that gift cards are received so that families can get to the treatment facility without any problems, and that they have food, at all times.
Can you make the phones ring? Let's make some magic happen. Would you guys give the number? Put the appeal out there. What's your challenge?
Absolutely. Call right now, 855-916-9500.
One more time.
855-916-9500.
And we've got 3 minutes left of a match that's on the table from Equipment Services. If you want to use up that match, please, we would love to take that and make sure that Danny Duncan and his team write that $20,000 check in full, because we know that every single dollar has been exhausted. We can't thank the team enough at Nemours. Pamela and Kristin, thank you for what you do every day for those Warriors. And I want to send a special thanks out to Randy Goodwin, Rosalina, and the team at PRI Productions. They have dressed out this room. Is this not incredible?
Amazing.
Thank
Amazing
you, PRI
setup.
Productions, for everything that you've done. 855-916-9500. You could text CMG to 707070. The 2026 Care-a-thon presented by Duval Asphalt continues. Do we have a number? I'm about to go to break, but I have a new number Carla is handing me. As we approach 9 o'clock, let me hear a drum roll, please. $89,522. The Care-a-thon continues on 104.5 WOKV.